The political and economic turmoil has wreaked havoc in Sri Lanka, deeply impacting all social groups of the island nation. One of the most vulnerable groups has been students and children who have had their education and health impacted. Just as students in Sri Lanka started to return to schools after the lockdown, the economic turmoil forced them back into their homes. At times, it even led to delays in their examinations due to several reasons, including an acute shortage of fuel, making school commutes impossible for many, and the country running out of printing paper with not enough money to import it. There were several instances where examinations were delayed because the students faced burnout and fatigue. A survey done by Save the Children in June 2022 revealed that 1 in 3 parents noticed negative changes in their children's behavior in the last 6 months. The survey of more than 2,300 families across 9 districts in Sri Lanka also found that nearly 3 out of 4 households had to spend more time with their children to accommodate their emotional and mental health needs. The children also showed signs of distress and withdrawal. While young adults and teenage students had a fair idea of the political and economic turmoil, primary school students were left confused and sometimes angry over missing school. With the ongoing crisis, primary school students are also losing out on some of the most crucial years of their education and much needed social interaction.
Sri Lanka is going on in a really big crisis right now, and that of course has affected the children, mainly because they are missing school a lot, especially the extracurricular activities. And for the last 2 years, they were down with COVID. The country was down with COVID, so even the nursery, they didn't get to go much. So now it's the crisis affecting my child is 5 years and in grade 1. Now again, for the last 2 years, I think he didn't go to school, nursery much. Grade 1 also. Now they are having long holidays.
The economic stress on families has triggered 1 in 10 children to experience changes in their appetite and show more signs of aggression. Save the Children survey also found that 1 in 5 children experience changes in their sleep patterns, having difficulty in regulating their emotions, and also showing violence towards others. Parents who have been spending most of their days in fuel queues and struggling to make their ends meet are worried about their children's mental health being and their perspective to life being permanently altered due to the ongoing crisis. Recently, Sri Lanka issued an urgent appeal to tackle rapidly spreading malnutrition among the children as its economic crisis leaves 9 out of 10 people dependent on state handouts. The Ministry for Women and Child Affairs said that they were seeking private donations to feed several 100,000 children suffering due to insufficient food. Our correspondent Dasonia Thoda has been tracking those developments. She sent us this report. Take a look.
Often seen as the best years of any young child's life, is now turning to be somewhat of a bleak situation here in Sri Lanka, with thousands and hundreds of thousands of school children unable to have a normal education, with years spent in lockdown due to COVID, and now because of a worsening economic crisis. The parents in this country are quite literally worried for their children as they feel that this economic burden is too big of a burden for these young minds to bear given the current circumstances. Children are the future of any nation, and their fate now solely lies on the leaders of this country. Reporting for WION World is One from Colombo, I'm Dasonia Thoda.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.